Hi, it's Renee from Create Your Own Story by Renee Christine. I'm going to be doing a series of short videos. If you'd like to follow along, that would be great. I am creating a new journal from start to finish, and the person who's asked me to make it has said that she likes colors that are similar to the colors of a peacock. So what I usually do, if somebody gives me an idea and my own creativity to work with, or I'm making something as a gift, the first thing I do is gather all the items that I'm going to be using to start out with in the book. I had this peacock feather, so that's going to help a lot. I had this Reader's Digest book that I have cut the inside out of, and I have reinforced with drywall tape. I will glue this inside part is already glued down. I've done a little bit of work ahead of time, but if you'd like to follow along and make a book with me, that would be great. I'm going to try to keep as much of the exterior of the book as I can, because it does have those colors that she likes. So this might be a little bit too close, so I am going to move it down a bit. Okay. So this is what I'm starting with, this book, and what I like to do is, I'm just going to move this down just a little more. Sorry for the moving this around while you're watching, but I've done a little bit of work in advance. I went ahead and dyed some papers in pale green and blue, so I can use those. I'm going to have 3 signatures in the book. Signature being each section that fits into the binding. And I'm going to put pockets. I'm going to put decorated pages, that kind of thing. But I went ahead and just dyed this paper to get started. The other thing I've done is just gathered elements that I'm going to be using in my book. So what I've gathered so far is some fabric. I've got this fabric that follows along with this theme. I've got some doilies, some lace that I was gifted that I can somehow put in the book. I did go ahead and I dyed some lace. Some of it's vintage lace, some of it is just new lace that I've dyed to have colors that kind of go in line with the peacock colors. This is a piece of lace from Hobby Lobby, some other lace I've dyed, more lace that I'll incorporate into the book somehow. Here's some more from a vintage tablecloth, and I think I'm going to use this for the tie on the book somehow, but I'll get to that later. I've got this lace that I've gone ahead and dyed with colors yellow, blue, and green. I have this piece. I'm probably going to use this on the cover somehow. That'll go with, somehow go with this. I did also find some of this that they were going to throw away at a garage sale. So I think I'll somehow incorporate that on the cover as well. And the other thing I do is I start collecting papers. So I've got some papers. This is from an old paper book, some vellum. I have this digital kit from Artie Mays that has peacock feathers on it. It's her Bohemian kit. I've printed some of that off to use in the book. Here's some more of that paper. More paper. I've got another piece of fabric that I'll somehow incorporate into the book. Some inside pages from the original book. And some scraps from some previous projects I've done. Here's another piece of paper, another piece of scrap. Some more paper I thought would work well. I thought this would work well in there as well. And that's kind of what I've done. I've just gathered up a bunch of things I think that will go nicely, that are kind of in the same color scheme. It looks like I need to find a little bit more of the blue in here I see pale, you know, pale green and yellow here, but I think this is going to go with everything I've picked out so far. But that's what I'm doing. I'm gathering everything together, and I'll probably do 4 or 5 videos showing you the whole process from start to finish, how I do it. And hopefully you can grab a book for practice. You can grab any hardcover book to do this. And I can quickly show you how to cut these out as well with another book, but I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Just make sure you don't cut this part of the book right there when you're cutting your inside part of your book out. But I will touch base with you. This is just the first video, and we will go from there. Thank you.